Well, it's an honor to be here before all of you amazing Black women entrepreneurs here today to share my story with you. Being completely vulnerable, these past few years have been the hardest time of my life. Just trying to fit together the different pieces of the puzzle of the life to all fit in. I'm sure you can relate. I have been through so many challenges in my past 28 years of life, but the battle of reclaiming my time has been the pivotal moment that I feel like you can relate to right now. And I'm pretty confident you're in the right place today. I have one request and invitation for you as I share my story. Please utilize the chat. Let me know if anything resonates with you. Another Black woman here may need to see what's on your mind today. So I'll start with my story. 5 years ago, I was living in Miami, Florida, recently out of college and plotting on my next move. Don't get me wrong, I love the beach and the weather, and let's not forget about the rich and diverse culture that Miami introduced me to. But for some reason, I still felt displaced. After I identified and navigated through all of these feelings of mine, I decided to find a new city to live in that, one, did not have snow because I hate the snow. Two, wasn't too far from my home, Akron, Ohio, as my niece was just born. And three, had a strong culture of Black Americans. So I created all my little spreadsheets from our research. Yes, I'm extra. I'm real extra when it comes to the research systems guru, okay? I did some manifesting, and a long story short, I chose Atlanta, Georgia. So never been there before, drove through it, but never stopped in it. So it's okay. But I packed all of my belongings in my 2007 Toyota Camry to drive 10 hours to my new home. No job, no Airbnb, a little savings account, just a dream and a drive. So let's fast forward just a little bit to 2.5 years ago. At this point in my life, I have an apartment, I have a stable job, I have a handful of leadership positions that I'm actually proud of, friends, and a relationship that I thought that would work. I felt important. I felt like I was still progressing, but definitely came a long way from where I was. I can also say that I was just proud of myself. It felt good. But ironically, I still wake up in the morning wanting the day to be over already. I anticipated going to sleep every single night because it was really the only time out of 24 hours where no one needed or wanted anything from me, no obligations, just vibes. I needed balance and harmony in my life badly. So at this time, I put most of my time into my career in these leadership positions and spaces. I volunteered for every single project that I knew that I could get my results for. So I can just, slap it on my resume and move up the ladder at work at my 9 to 5. You see, when I moved from Miami, I ultimately took a pay cut because one, I needed a job before my savings ran out. Two, I needed a job before my savings ran out. And three, they were offering me the opportunity to travel a little bit. It's hashtag flew out. Okay. So it was time that I made some moves up that ladder. So I worked my ass off to grow my network, strengthen my skills, and take on these new challenges. I applied for a job that I knew I'd be perfect for. I had the stats, I had the skills. Even my boss told me to get ready to, help him hire my replacement. I was feeling geeked. I even started doing the numbers in my head on my new monthly budgets with my brand new salary. I could finally get that couch I want. And guess what? I didn't get it. I did not get the job. I didn't get it at all. All of that hard work and persistence for nothing. All of that time I invested in all of those volunteer groups that were hitting me up, blowing me up, asking me to do all this and that for free. It was all for nothing. At least it felt like. I was disappointed, I was underwhelmed, and I was completely exhausted. So let's fast forward a little bit. I decided to take back the control of my path and decided to start my business systems guru. But as I built my business, I soon realized that I had laser focus. I had blinders on. And I did not realize that the relationships with the closest people around me were diminishing. I unintentionally isolated myself from my friends and family and partner at the time. Let me know if you can relate to this. All of the like I miss yous and peeping eyes and puppy eyes really ended up like getting to me. And forgive me, I'm a Cancer. We're a little bit sensitive and emotional. So feeling guilty, I made the commitment to transfer all of my time from building credibility for my 9 to 5 into reviving my relationships with the people that I cared about. At first, it felt so great to be around my people again. I was so used to, talking to people that were strictly about business, my clients, my business besties online, my Instagram people, my mentors. It felt comfortable to be back around my tribe. These people knew me when I didn't have anything, so I felt like I owed them everything for staying with me during my journey. I was warm, I was happy, I missed them. But as time went on, I started doing the most, way too much. I'm talking about going to every social event, dropping plans that I had with myself to go be there for a friend to move and help. I was half-assing projects because I was tied up on the phone all the time to baby mama drama and stuff like that. I started putting their needs before my own, and slowly my time tokens were all used up, and I was back to feeling drained, exhausted. So let's fast forward a little bit more. A few months later, I got my heart broken, which really sucks. Of course, all heartbreaks suck. When you've been prioritizing and putting in the effort and making an effort for someone, but it's not really reciprocated. It's just such a crappy feeling because you try so much. But I felt like I had the perfect way to cope. I started putting all of my time and energy back into my business to distract myself. Building something from scratch again, just like I built my life after I moved here from Miami, it really gave me the feeling like I was actually progressing towards something tangible. I felt in control of my life again, but this hunger started to take over my life. I'm talking about, I would talk about, dream about, daydream about, night dream about everything that I had to do to run my business. I put away all my casual leisure books and podcasts and TV shows that brought me entertainment and replaced them with solely learning material. If it wasn't learning, I was convinced that it was hurting me. So I gave everything up that used to bring me pleasure and peace. I started to feel guilty for enjoying myself, and I literally turned into a systems guru robot. One day, I woke up in the morning as usual, glanced over at the time and see what time it was, started thinking about what I had to do that day, attempted to swing my feet over to the side of the bed like I normally do, but this time was a little different because I couldn't move. I was paralyzed, and I feel like I was paralyzed by my anxiety. I literally just started to panic. I didn't know how to call for help, who to call for help. I just could not move my limbs, and I could not breathe normally. It was like my worries and my fears and my anticipations were just too heavy to tread in anymore. And at that moment, I decided to reclaim my time, sis. These challenges taught me how much I need balance and harmony in my life. And the only way to achieve it is through creating a system, a plan, a routine. I decided to prioritize myself first and dedicate the time to myself before I start slating in everything else. My leadership positions, relationships, my business, of course, they're all important to me. But unless I pour into myself first, I cannot pour into those other pieces of my life. Pursuing this new control over where I invest my time and energy has been the best decision I could ever make for myself, those relationships, those leader positions, my business. So let's break this down. And please stay with me here. I'm going to go through some math, but I'm literally doing the math for you. So I don't want to lose you. So you have 24 hours a day. There are 7 days a week. You try to sleep for, I would say 7 hours a night. If you're not, please strive to do that. So that leaves you with 119 hours a week that you're awake. That'll be our baseline, 119 hours. Let me ask you, how much time do you need to spend a week on yourself in order for you to feel special, appreciated, and restored? So let's say you just need 5 hours, an hour each weekday, because the weekends are yours. Your me time gets first dibs on your calendar, on your schedule. Let me repeat that. Your me time gets first dibs on your schedule and on your calendar. And guess what? There are still 114 hours left for work and all those other categories in your life. So outside of your me time, outside of you sleeping, there are still 114 hours a week left for work and all the other stuff. So the other categories that I usually add to my weekly schedule are physical wellness, meals, a business creative time, income generating time, social time, reflection time. Of course, these categories are personalized for each of us. So let's start with this question. What do I need in my weekly schedule to make me feel whole? What do I need in my weekly schedule to make me feel whole? Now, take those bullet points and turn them into your categories. The way you allocate the rest of your time is completely up to you. Is that fair? Now, there is one disclaimer that I am obligated to share with you, and that is this exercise is completely useless unless you have the discipline to stick to it. We can create all of the systems and routines and plans and schedules in the world, but unless we commit to changing the way we operate to live into them, it won't get done. As obvious as it sounds, I promise you, you needed that reminder just now. So how can you commit to living into your me time each week? Is it an accountability buddy? Is it a calendar reminder? Is it an automation text? What are the supports that you need to help you put yourself first? And if you don't have a pen and paper already, or if you're not by your phone, I want you to go ahead and grab some, and I'll repeat my questions to you. Write these down so you can reflect and answer them when this talk is over. How can you commit to living into your me time each week? Is it an accountability buddy, a calendar reminder, a text message? What are the supports that you need to help you put yourself first? Learn from the challenges and lessons that are a part of my story to help you remind you that you come first. You have the power and leverage to protect and control your own fortune of time. Thank you so much for allowing me to share my story with you today and for listening to it, of course. Show some love in the chat if anything I shared today resonated with you. And of course, feel free to reach out to me personally if anything stuck with you today. I'd love to hear from you, my friend. I personally invite you to my inbox so we can continue this conversation together. You can find me on Instagram at The Systems Guru, or feel free to email me directly. And listen, nobody gets my email but my clients, but I'm here. Email me directly at hello@taylordrew.com. I really look forward to hearing from you, and I really hope you're enjoying your time here at the summit. Peace and love to you. Yeah.
That felt so good. That felt really, really good. Reclaim your time. Who knew? I didn't. That it was going to be full of a bunch of challenges to put in me time and do the things that make us feel whole, and telling us that that's what gets first dibs, right? Yeah, needed that 100%. And I could completely relate to her doing the most, because anytime I'm getting a little better in 2021, but anytime I'm trying to correct something, I go all the way in, and then this is lagging. I go all the way in. So I personally resonated with her explaining all the time she did the most. Love and light to y'all. We are 45 minutes away from DJ TO. So for all my twerkers in the house, she is back for you. She shut it down on Wednesday, day one of the summit. So anyone who is listening via stream, I just want you to know that you're not going to be at the cookout for this, because that is only inside of the platform. Real, real special for the people that can show up. Feel free to put your headphones in at work. Feel free to listen to us while you're driving, whatever. But it's about to go down. It's legit about to go down. But because this is day 3, Taylor's in the house. Taylor, you gotta come up here, sis. You gotta come up here, sis, please hit the raise your hand button. Oh my gosh. Hey girl, hey. Yeah, we love to hear your reactions to what people are saying in the chat. And I'm definitely putting you on the spot, but if people have questions for Taylor, please do drop it in the Q&A section. Taylor!
Hey.
I saw you. Girl, that was so good.
I appreciate you. I appreciate everyone. I'm just like scrolling through the chat like, oh, I'm so glad. I'm so glad.
Girl, that was so good.
Thank you.
And I don't know if you saw in the beginning, I don't know how high you went in the chat, but everybody's like, okay, skin glowing. Okay, beautiful. Oh. Yeah, girl. Yeah, girl. Yeah, girl.
Water. And mind my business, okay?
So deep. I guess I have a question for you. And this was totally not planned. I just saw Taylor, and Taylor's a good sport, so she's come on the stage. I promise I'm not gonna have you here for 45 minutes. I just want to at least let everybody get to see you for a second. Question for you. How are you doing lately? Right? Like after your reflections and like looking on where you aired, too far to the left or the right. Like, how are things today for you?
Honestly, I am feeling great. Like today in itself has been a great day. I have found a new therapist, right? So I can like find someone to keep me accountable, help me through some things. A couple weeks I went through like a slump with my mental health and just trying to keep up, and with my business, making sure that I'm making enough revenue to pay bills and things like that. But like I just stuck with the plan, and like the next day things just miraculously started working. I started booking, like I booked 3 clients in a day after not booking anyone all month, type of things. And I'm like, wait, what's going on? Okay. My therapist, she's like, just keep going with the plan. And so today I just realized I got a raise from my 9 to 5. So I'm like, okay, I can really go part-time in my business. You see what I mean? So it's just like when you really focus on staying true to yourself. Like I just, I did my little trap cardio workout, things like just pouring into myself, everything else will start pouring into me. And I'm feeling amazing. And I hope to like share this energy with you all who are watching or watching the replay. I promise you it's a thing. Please take care of yourself so you can pour into other people.
Yeah, I'm so happy for you, sis. And kudos, that's a huge win on finding a new therapist. I suffer with seasonal depression. Like right before the holidays, like my body just gets very, very down and low. I'm sure because of memories of my marriage and all these things, these dreams deferred, and that's huge, right? When you can have that support system. So kudos to you. For having a support system in life. And thank you for coming to the stage. We're so happy to see your glow.
She's calling me out. I'm glad I put my eyebrows on.
I know. You're a good story. You look beautiful, mama. Love and light to you, and have a great rest of the day.
Thank you. You too, and everyone else.
Thank you. Oh, y'all, this is so much love. Kenya said, me too, Casey. Girl, it's real now. It hits. So, and this is the first day we're doing this, but I believe that by this time, many of you have made some new biz besties. I believe that many of you have taken advantage of the lounge. I believe that many of you have resonated with other people in the chat. So I challenge you, and I mean this, I'm truly challenging you now to take this 40 minutes before the party. We're about to party it up, but take 40 minutes before the party to take advantage of networking. You have several tools accessible to you in this platform. Blaze means building leaders and accepting zero excuses. Do it scared, sis, but do it, right? Whether you want to go into the people in session or the people at the very top of the event and click on their name and request a one-on-one meeting. Whether you want to DM them and say, hey, what's up? Or on the feed saying, yo, what's up? Meet us at table 2. We about to chop it up. Those tables can hold 8 or more people, y'all. In these next 40 minutes, I challenge you to connect. I'm going to say that again. In these next 40 minutes, I challenge you to connect, because 1 + 1 is not 2. It never was. It is 11. There is exponential power in collaboration and in networking and in having a tribe, etc. This is the first day we're doing this. Usually it's, a whole bunch of things back to back, but I want us to put into practice these things we are learning, right? Because just like walking, just like using Excel, just like speaking on stages. The more you do it, the more second nature it becomes, right? So we're about to go do that. Kita said I missed the party last night. I'm gonna jump in the lounge and sit at a table. Beautiful. If anyone wants to hang, yeah, y'all go chop it up in the lounge. So this session is gonna end. So this chat is gonna go away. So write in the feed, right? Write what tables you're going to. There's 16 tables in the big lounge, right? You can DM each other, but I challenge you, and yes, I will be disappointed if you don't take advantage of this opportunity. It's only 39 minutes, and then we're gonna party. All right. But head in the lounge and chop it up. Love y'all. Mean it. See you soon. Bye.